Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Lori. This is my co-host Lumpy, my little cockapoo. Today we are exploring the beautiful Esterbrook Raven. Oh my gosh, I got it in the mail yesterday. I could not wait to unbox this. Filmed it late last night and I'm so excited to share this with you. I also thought it would be really fun to show you, you're very funny, to show you all of the other black pens in my collection. 'Tis the season for a few spooky vibes. I hope you enjoy this video showcasing all of my black pens. Let me know in the comments what your favorite black pen is, if you went for the Raven, if you got the standard SD, or if you are trying out the new button push piston, which is really cool. I'm loving it so far. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for being here. Say bye, Lumpy. So these are blotter pages that were sent out. Artwork by Annie Nosak. I loved all the marketing that went with this Raven. In fact, that's probably why it's here in front of us. The other thing that came with this order, as I'm sure many of you have seen, is this, which I just think this is so sharp. I love all things matte black. Look at that. This is Esterbrook USA. They just did such a great job with this. Such a great job. Put that over here on the side. And here is the star of the show. I'm super excited. I ended up getting the button fill. One of the things I try to do is every time I get a new pen, if it's from a maker who I have a lot of pens from, like Esterbrook, I try to get a new nib when I can. I try to get a new feature. This is a medium nib that I got. And here's the little card here. That just has some buyer information. Okay. I'm the worst at unboxings. Okay, here we go. Now, what everybody has spoken about with this matte black is that it's kind of part of the material. It's not anything that's going to scrape off. I had to wear a black sweater for you. Now, I use my Pilot Vanishing Point literally every day. It's my most used pen. I use it in my Hobonichi, so we will see that come out in a little bit because I am going to show you all of my black pens because I've been really loving the simplicity of a black pen lately. This does have an ink window, which is so cool. I don't think that is a feature on the standard pen that went out. And it's almost like a little cylinder inside there that you can see. I love the nib, that shiny black nib on here. Plastic feed in the back. I love my Esterbrook pens though, so I am confident I'm going to love the way that this writes. Does it have that? No, it has more of just a twist on. It doesn't have that little, that spring that I'm used to with Esterbrook SDs. And I believe this is a little bit larger than regular SDs. So this is the Esterbrook Rocky Top SD. And you can see in length, it's ever so slightly a little bit longer, the Raven. And I think that's because of the piston fill, which is kind of cool. So let's see how this works. I'm really curious. There's that. And I believe you just press this down and it pulls up the ink. Would it be like, would alarms go off if I put an ink in here other than black? It just goes like this and it sucks it up. You pump it up? I don't know. I have to use black, I think. So I have been using more and more black ink in my Hobonichi, something that I'm trying to figure out my planner system for next year. And one of the things I decided was that I really like the look of black ink in my Hobonichi. So that was another reason I was motivated to get the Raven, because I love my black inks lately. And that's going to be carried into 2024. As much as these are meant to absorb ink, I do not want to absorb any ink that I don't have to. So this is so nice. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at like giving specs and stuff like that. It's a steel nib. It's a medium. It has the Esterbrook logo on there, but this is a Jowo nib, the Jowo 6. And yeah, I think this just gets pushed, so let's see. This is what I have in my Vanishing Point, and then we'll show different black pens. I do love this carbon ink, which I really don't want to spill because it's got the tiny little cup inside for filling. I'm going to sit for this. There we go. There we go. Ooh, you see that like popped up in there? I don't know what you're actually able to see. I don't really know how much is going in here, but we're going to go with that because I see it in the ink window. All right, let's clean this off. When I was in Japan, I got a Pilot Decimo, and I just don't like it as much as my Vanishing Point because it is not matte. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get ready to try this out. I have this fun little black notebook here you can use. I don't know that I would want to post this because I wouldn't want it to get scratched or anything. Oh, I love the way that this looks. It's absolutely beautiful. Wow, love it. It's a really smooth writer. Oh, it's really, really smooth. I absolutely love it. This is just gorgeous. The feel of the mat is so wonderful. Just like I love my Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2 in the primary manipulation with the matte finish. There's just something so warm about matte finishes, and I absolutely love them. So let's take a look at some of my other black pens. So since I've been mentioning the Pilot Vanishing Point, wow, it's funny. Now that I'm holding this in my hand, this does not have any texture, where this really does. You can see side by side. The Vanishing Point is a little bit more narrow as well. And of course, this is a click. For those of you who may not know, this does have a retractable nib, capless. This is such a great pen. I just love it. Not great ink capacity in the Vanishing Point, but one of my very favorites. So I love it, but I have to say, I like the way the SD feels now that I'm comparing them side by side. I would prefer this. But the Vanishing Point is just so great for quick writing. So this is the Lamy 2000. This has this beautiful hooded nib. This is such a great classic style. I really don't reach for this as often. I haven't really bonded with this, and I've had it for a while. Still on texture, this is a little bit more muted, and I would put the Vanishing Point as kind of the shiniest of the three. This is really a true matte, and this is just what the material is. It's really unique, and I love the shiny clip and the nib that matches, and just kind of the little accents in that coated black. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I'm getting ink on myself. That happens. Once I get all of my black pens out, we'll do a little writing sample with each because I think that would be fun. Another black ink that I have inked up, and I actually wrote in my Hobonichi with this today. This is a fine nib, but this is the Platinum 3776 Shape of Heart with rose gold hardware and a 14 karat gold nib. This is a gorgeous pen. And when I did my pen collection, I was saying how this pen has gone a little unused. And I'm like, why? This is such a beautiful pen. This has the Swarovski crystals in the cap. And there are two little holes, two little hearts that are punched out from the nib. I don't know if you can see the heart. but they put 2 inside. My husband got this for me in Japan. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely has much more of a high gloss look to it. Okay, and then last but not least is a relatively new acquisition. I got this at the Orlando Pen Show. This has honestly been one of my favorite pens. I have been reaching for this so frequently. I'm never disappointed. Like, I'm always like, oh, should I pick a different pen, or should I just write with my Montblanc? This is, of course, the Montblanc 149 from the early 1990s. It has a bi-color 18 karat gold nib. Absolutely beautiful. And it has a split ebonite feed. I was very excited about the ebonite on this. I love ebonite feeds. I have this inked up with Tea Time by Sailor. So it's like black and orange for Halloween. And everything else is inked in black. But sometimes it's nice to see one ink in several different pens. So this is my lineup. Let me get something that showcases them a little better. You know, there is definitely something to be said for the class and simplicity of a black pen. I know sometimes they seem boring, but also understated and just gorgeous. Put the Montblanc next to the skinny pen. And here we are. This is all of the pens, all of my black pens. So again, Platinum 3776, Shape of Heart. This is, of course, my new SD with the button piston fill. And this is the Raven, Lamy 2000. And Pilot Vanishing Point in matte black, and the Montblanc 149. I forgot to mention there's an extra fine nib on my Montblanc. So there is the lineup. It's hard to appreciate this because this obviously is capless. So let's move this one over so we can get a good comparison here. The SD is definitely the longest of the crew. I would say that the Montblanc is next in line. Montblanc is definitely the girthiest, the widest. This is actually looking pretty petite and a little narrow compared to all of these. I will say that the 3776 is a very lightweight pen. This, I would say, is, maybe this is kind of equal with the Montblanc. No, Montblanc inches out because it's got that ginormous nib. But yeah, the Esterbrook Raven, a little close up now with the ink. Oh, this is just so beautiful. I'm probably not going to post this because I'm so afraid to scratch the body of this, but I heard that's not going to be an issue. And the more I travel down my fountain pen journey, the more I appreciate an ink window. So this one does have an ink window. This has a very faint ink window. It's very light and kind of cloudy. I think it's hard to see, although again, I haven't curled up with this much. Vanishing Point has no ink window. This also has no ink window. This is just such a beautiful pen. And the Montblanc does have, see the little slits right here. You can see your ink through. So let's do a quick writing sample and then we will say goodbye. But again, this isn't inked, so why don't we start with the Raven. You just saw a sample of this, but we can do this pretty quickly. Oh, this is really a beautiful writer. So smooth. I love a coated nib, and this is a medium nib. We'll do the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is also a medium nib. Okay. And these all have carbon, platinum carbon ink inside. Well, except for the Montblanc. It's a little bit more fine than the Esterbrook, I would say. A little bit. We can now go on to the, which one is this? It's getting late now. Platinum, okay. This is the 3776, and this is a fine nib. definitely see a difference there. So not only is it a fine nib, but it's a fine Japanese nib. And the Pilot is also a Japanese pen. And then the Montblanc. And this is an extra fine. And oh, I just love the way this writes so much. I need to do a dedicated video just to this bad boy. I'm so happy I have this. Oh, and look at it with this ink. Montblanc 149, and this is in an extra fine. What do you guys think? I mean, this looks very similar, I would say, to the Pilot Vanishing Point in a medium. It's definitely more broad than the Platinum Fine. I really don't think anything's in here, is there? No, this is dry. Well, there you have it. Let me know in the comments if you took the plunge and got the Esterbrook Raven. I was just so thrilled with all of the marketing, and I loved that it was different, and I love my SD collection. And this is just going to be a beautiful, beautiful addition to it. And I actually love the size of it. Look at that next to the 149. I should probably stand up so you can see. Oh, you can see. So definitely a little taller. And the 149 is girthier, but these are both large pens. They're really both so nice. I happen to love black everything. I dress in black all the time. It's my thing. In fact, my tagline on my other channel for thrifting is where thrifted is the new black. Lori's Boston Found. All right, that is all for today. Let me know what you think. You know, some days for me, I wake up and I want the bright Leonardos. And then other days, I just love the simplicity of a black pen. These are also fantastic if you have a professional job and you want to bring your fountain pen in, but you don't want to like stand out. You know, like if you strolled into the office with this Banu, it might turn a few heads. Although this is such a great pen. Also fantastic for the season. But yeah, it's nice to have more subtle pens sometimes. Can't go wrong with black. Total classic. A+ on the Esterbrook Raven. And actually A+ on all these pens except my Lamy 2000. Jury's out on that. I still need to kick around some time. Maybe I'll ink this up for November. It needs my love. Thank you all so much for watching today. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me. All right, everybody, bye. Enjoy all your fountain pens. Take care. I'll see you soon.